Okay, ito. Pag-usapan muna natin na maayos. Kasi nagkaroon ng press conference yung Department of Justice. Okay? Ano ang general contention na nakita natin doon? Okay? They can either, sabi nila, number one, surrender itong si Senator Bato de la Rosa katulad ng ginawa nila kay Digong. Pero mga kabats natin, tandaan nyo, mali yung ginawa nila kay Digong. Ha? Number two, execute it through extradition. Okay, so tama na naman ako. Sabi ko sa inyo mga kabats natin, yung linabas ng Supreme Court is a mere administrative order. Okay? Tandaan nyo, the Supreme Court can only interpret the law. It cannot actually amend or repeal it. Okay? Yung law na nainak, ha? So we have the international humanitarian law. Yun yung pinaka-basis dito. Kasi ang dami-dami ng abogado nagsasalita na hindi applicable ang extradition doon. Hello, like I told you, even if I grant all your arguments, okay, ang linabas ng Supreme Court ay administrative order, the laws, our constitution, and the international humanitarian law still exists. It's not repealed, it's not amended. So yung pa rin ang masusunod in relation to the procedural rules na binigay ng Supreme Court. Ganon ang tamang interpretation na yon. Okay? Kasi papakita ko sa inyo mga kabads natin, ano, yun ang laban kasi na naman eh. Depende kung pink ka o DDS ka. Chamba na naman, attorney, sabi ni Chibi. Chamba na naman. Alam nyo, ang maganda dito sa batas natin, we are the neutralizer of colors. We are the neutralizer of propaganda. Di ba? Depende kasi kung pink ka o DDS ka, iba-iba yung interpretasyon nila. Sa atin, mga kabatas natin, well, may tama ka. Pero, ito ang mas tama. Ito ang walang propaganda. Okay? Tingnan natin kung may propaganda itong Department of Justice dito, ha? Let's go.
Calling this press briefing this morning for the purpose of responding to the recent statements and pronouncement made with respect to the issuance of an alleged warrant of arrest by the International Criminal Court and whether or not the recently released rules by the Supreme Court on extradition do apply to this particular matter. So we're joined this morning by Chief State Counsel Dennis Chan and the Prosecutor General Richard Padulyon. So without further ado, I would like to give the floor to Chief State Dennis Chan for statements with respect to this issue.
Thank you, Prosecutor Polo. Good morning to everyone. Thank you for coming all the way here to BGC. Over the weekend, there were reports circulating that the ICC has issued a warrant of arrest against Senator De La Rosa. And it was mentioned that the process to be observed in implementing this warrant of arrest is through extradition. This now was related or connected to the recent issuance of the Supreme Court on the rules on extradition. So we are just here this morning to address and clarify any misconception that may be had on the matter.
Okay, ako rin, no, mga kabats natin, I will clarify also the misconceptions na baka merong sabihin dito. Because like I told you, sana tinakal nila dito yung fact na warrants of arrest that were issued outside the Philippines, outside the country, mga kabatas natin, does not presume regularity. Okay? Nor does it have judicial notice. Okay? It is a stranger. It is alien to the Philippines. Let's see how they tackle that. Okay?
And that under RA 9851, the state has two options available to it. That is extradition and surrender. So to close the door on one option and just focus entirely on extradition is limiting the state's discretion under Section 17 of RA 9851. I'd also like to inform everyone that the Supreme Court rules on extradition was actually brought about by the Department of Justice request for the Supreme Court to come up with uniform guidelines on how to resolve requests for extradition.
Okay. Tama yung sinabi niya doon, mga kabatas natin. Uniform guidelines, rules. Okay? It did not amend any law. Okay? That's why when I discussed this to you yesterday, alam ko ang daming abogado magsasalita tungkol dito. Sinabi ko pa rin sa inyo na even if I grant all of them, hindi ito nag-aapila. Okay? Sorry. Ano bang Tagalog nun? Nag-aamyenda ng batas. Okay? Hindi ito nag-aamyenda ng batas.
This request was relayed to the Supreme Court sometime in the first or second quarter of 2023. And several meetings of a technical working group were conducted to deliberate and come up with the final draft of these rules on extradition. It just so happened that the rules came out at this point in time where all of these issues or controversies surrounding extradition is being discussed publicly. So, with that being said, I know you have more questions than you would want to listen to me. So I would just open the floor for questions. Maybe Polo, you can.
Okay. Let's go. Ito na yung Q&A.
We'll be accommodating few questions given the chief state's time restriction. So, any questions, please? Yes, ma'am.
Hi po, Yang Buwan from Rappler. Good morning. Sir, is the Philippine government decided that what it will implement is the surrender? Just like what you did with former President Duterte, like sure na kayo na you will do the same thing?
At this point in time, the state is seriously studying all options available to it. We're not closing the door on extradition or surrender per se. And until now, we have not seen nor received a copy of this ICC warrant of arrest. So,
Ito ang hindi ko gusto palabuan I don't like answers like this. Because you were asked by a very straightforward question. You are not closing any doors. You are not also answering the question. Ano ba talaga? Surrender or extradition? Wala namang problema pag surrender, di ba? You just have to follow the rules.
lahat to in the theory space pa lang tayo. What we in the Department of Justice just want to come out in the open and explain that there are two options available to the state under RA 9851.
So in other words, hindi nila sasagutin yung question. Tama yung sinabi ni No Nonsense. Nag-take ka pa ng question. Di ba? Sabi ni John Faustino, ba't di mo nalitisin dito ang Pilipino bago isurrender sa jurisdiction sa ibang korte? Well, sasagutin yan actually nung international humanitarian law. Okay, section 17. Dito. Sa jurisdiction. Yan. Ito. In the interest of justice, the relevant Philippine authorities may dispense with the investigation or prosecution of a crime punishable under this act if another court or international tribunal is already conducting the investigation or undertaking the prosecution of such crime. Instead, the authorities may surrender or extradite suspected or accused persons in the Philippines to the appropriate international court, if any, or to any state pursuant to the applicable extradition laws or treaties. So, pag titignan nyo mga kabatas natin, meron pa ring modification dyan sa dulo. Ito yung pinag-aawayan noon. Sana i-recognize nila yan. Instead, the authorities may surrender or extradite suspected or accused persons in the Philippines to the appropriate international court, if any, or to another state pursuant to the applicable extradition laws and treaties. So mga kabatas natin, extradition laws and treaties will still apply. Okay? Extradition laws and treaties. And of course, aside from that, mga kabatas natin, like I told you, the Constitution. Because the Bill of Rights, mga kabatas natin, that is the very provisions in the Constitution that protects individuals from abuses of the state. Hindi pwedeng matik yan, ha? Like I told you, ang batas natin, it does not recognize other laws. Okay? Yung batas lang natin ang rene-recognize niya unless there is judicial notice. And there is no judicial notice on warrants of arrests. Okay? Extradition laws and treaties. Ito pa ang problema natin dyan, mga kabatas natin, yung surrender na yan. Pwede kasing mga kabatas natin pwede kasing pwede kasing i-construe ito na yung surrender or extradite means the same thing. Because extradition, mga kabatas natin, in its layman's definition, is actually surrendering. Di ba? Pero ang gusto nilang mangyari dito, iba yung surrender, iba yung extradition. Pero pag titignan nyo kasi dito, mga kabatas natin, wala tayong rules on surrendering. Di ba? Correct me if I'm wrong. Sino dito ang may alam ng rules on surrendering? We only have rules on extradition. Correct? Kasi sa rules on extradition, meron nang nai-release, meron na noon pa rin, okay? Because that is a treaty that is actually signed by two parties. Hindi pwedeng sasabihin ni Ombudsman Boying Rimulya na naman na dating DOJ Secretary, case of first impression. Di ba? Tama yung sinabi ni Kai dito, instead of inclusive or, ginawang exclusive or. Well, that is also the beauty of the law. Kasi nga, syempre, you can argue according to your position. Yun ang maganda dyan. Pero pag ako lang, mga kabatas natin, I will not care again whether or not it's surrender or extradition because it's still, okay, pursuant to applicable extradition laws and treaties whenever we still talk about the International Criminal Court, the ICC bulok, mga kabatas natin, whenever we talk about that, okay, and its warrant of arrest, nakalagay pa rin doon, mga kabatas natin, na dapat dalhin ito sa isang competent judicial authority. Okay? Dalhin pa rin ito sa competent judicial authority. So, hindi nila matatakasan yun, no matter how they say that this is a case of first impression. No. Sabi niya pero paano nila i-argue sa kasunod? Suspected or accused? Same interpretation ba or different? It's the same. Yun nga actually nakita ko rin Nakita ko rin yun. Kasi yung suspected or accused, they are the same. Because if you are accused, you are also suspected of committing a crime. Diba? So if we will actually, anong tawag dyan? Interpret it accordingly based on based on construction of the sentence. If suspected or accused are actually the same, okay, and not different, inclusive and not exclusive, yung surrendering and also extraditing should also mean the same thing. Kasi like I told you, speaking in layman's terms, in layman's definition, extradition is surrendering. Surrendering an accused or a suspected person who committed the crime. Diba? So, inclusive or ang coherent interpretation. Exactly. Right?
And that is extradition or surrender.
Yes, ma'am.
Yun ang problema ka dito eh. Hindi intellectual yung approach nila dito sa kanilang press conference. 'Di ba? It's not intellectual. Ni-livestream ko to kanina eh. Napakinggan ko yung most of it. Not all, but most of it. It's not actually intellectual. It's evasive.
Sir, can you, I'm Sandra Aguinaldo from GMA7. Sir, can you clarify, are we saying
Sabi ni Jancy, medyo nalito ka yata. So, ibig sabihin, kung may surrendering or extradition, may agreement pang mangyayari between DOJ and the ICC. Well, not anymore. Diba? Parang sinasabi mo, mandatory ba na magkaroon ng agreement? No. Ang mandatory is competent judicial authority. Ang mandatory is going to court. Okay? Number one, because we are protected by the Constitution. Okay? And we don't have, or the foreign judgments, foreign orders, foreign decisions don't enjoy judicial authority. They are not presumed to be valid. So you have to go to court. And number two, the Rome Statute says so. You have to go to a competent judicial authority. Okay? Kahit suspected of a crime, pwede na i-surrender. Of course. Because you are suspected of a crime if you are accused. Like now, Duterte is actually suspected of committing a crime. Okay?
that the arrest warrant is not yet confirmed? And also, sir, have you heard from Senator Bato, would surrender be in the works at the moment, sir?
Yeah, we have not seen nor received any copy of this ICC warrant of arrest. We are just reacting to what we heard over the weekend and what has been circulating online. As to the senators, to the good senator reaching out to us, also we have not received
Yun
any.
ang gusto ko eh. Nagre-react lang sila but not in a very intellectual manner. Iniiwas pa rin nila.
Nor I don't think he will be making such a representation considering na wala pa. There's nothing to speak of. No ICC warrant.
Sir.
Sir, Adrian Ayaling po, ABS-CBN. Sir, what's keeping the government from choosing yung surrender na option considering yun po yung ginawa last time? Bakit hindi po uulitin yung ginawa last time kay former President Duterte?
Because of the fact that they don't know how to surrender people. Tingnan natin kung ano yung sagot niya.
Well, we, the government, we are just one piece of the entire structure of government. So a lot of considerations would have to be taken. We
Palabo again. Palabo. Pero, naiintindihan kung bakit ganito sila. Alam niyo kung bakit. They don't want to admit that they committed a mistake when they sent Digong to The Hague. Pero it's very obvious, mga kabatas natin. Okay? When General Torre said, sinusunod niya yung Article 125, kung saan it is by virtue of warrantless arrest. No? It is only effective or it only applies if there is warrantless arrest. Yung sinabi niya yon. Tapos nung sinabi ni, sino yung isa? Na mali ba na kami, yung DOJ, ang maging competent judicial authority, tapos na yung usapan. Ano ang excuse ni DOJ Secretary, dating DOJ Secretary Boying Rimulya? Case of first impression. That's a joke. Diba? Even if it is a case, kahit pagbigyan na natin na it is a case of first impression, you still have to follow the law.
Are also mindful of the fact that there are still pending petitions before the Supreme Court. So as a matter of practicality and yung propriety, we may have to wait for the Supreme Court to decide on the issue because
Pero yun ang problema eh. Paano pag dumating bukas yung warrant? Will you wait for the Supreme Court to actually resolve the issue? You cannot, right? You just need to follow the law in good faith. Ang pinaka-obvious kasi dun sa ginawa nila kay Digong, they did not follow any law. Nag-damage control na lang sila after. Di ba? Nag-damage control na lang sila after.
our position is that is the one being questioned by the camp of the former president. So, yun, madaming mga kailangan timbangin, maraming kailangan na tingnan na aspeto from different angles. No? Yeah.
But sir, theoretically,
Sabi ni saan? Kerwin Carpio. Sabi ni Attorney Conti, wala akong masyadong na rin. Hindi na rin ako excited pag si Attorney Conti yung nagsabi kasi I've proven, parang many times I've proven her to be misled. Sabi ni Attorney Conti sa Office of the President, pwedeng ipadala ng ICC yung warrant of arrest ni Bato kaya alam na ni Boying na meron. Kung totoong sinabi niya yan, syempre hindi ko na naman, kasi hindi ko nakita personally, okay? Unless sinabi niya personally or you can show me proof na sinabi niya yan. Actually, no? Conclusive proof na sinabi niya yan. Pero ito yung kalokohan na yon, di ba? The Ombudsman is an independent body. It's not even part of the executive branch of the government because it is a constitutionally created body. So, paano naging privy siya? Si Ombudsman. Siguro mas maintindihan ko pa kung Department of Justice ang may alam. Bakit? Kasi nga, the Department of Justice is under the Office of the President. It is an executive department. Pero with the Office of the Ombudsman, hiwalay yun. So doon pa lang, GG na.
you are going to differentiate the two, yung surrender and yung extradition. Ano po yung
Magandang question na naman ito. If you were to differentiate extradition and surrender,
mas madali and mas practical na gagawin ng government if and when na meron na pong arrest warrant?
Theoretically speaking, the faster approach would be surrender.
sabi ni Juan Rafael Garcia, Attorney Liban, ang hirap kasi sa profession nyo, lahat kayong mga abogado, iba-iba ang interpretasyon, depende na lang sa allegiance. Sila yon. As long as you are honest, walang problema dyan. You can commit mistakes. Mistakes in interpretation. You're just human. Mga abogado, tao rin. Pero if you deliberately employ intellectual dishonesty, malaki ang problema doon. Kayo mismo mga abogado magulo eh. Well, tama. Magulo talaga yung mga abogado. That's why, like I told you, you should also train yourself to have critical thinking. Discernment. Di ba? Kasi nga, when the shit hits the fan, at kailangan mo ng abogado, kailangan mong pumili ng maayos na abogado. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Okay? Let's go.
Because if we go through the extradition route, there will be a request for extradition coming in through the Department of Foreign Affairs. It will be transmitted to the DOJ for evaluation. We will file it with the proper trial court. Magkakaroon ng pseudo hearing to determine whether or not the request is compliant with the extradition treaty and the extradition law of the
Correct.
Philippines. after which, doon lang ma-extradite yung tao. So we are looking at possibly months.
Maganda yung sinabi niya na procedure sa extradition. Bakit? Nakalagay yun doon sa extradition rules eh. Let's listen to him tungkol sa surrender. Ah.
Whereas kung surrender, very definitely shorten ang process time.
Oh, so what's the process? You don't know. What's the process? Ang haba-haba ng explanation mo, sir. Ang haba-haba ng explanation mo doon sa extradition. That's very well appreciated. Pero yung surrender, short lang yung process, pero hindi mo sinabi kung ano yung proseso. Kayo naman media, you should ask, what is the process sa surrender? Because in surrender, you still need to go to court. Sabi ni Kayo, attorneys are supposedly the specific and modern philosophers. Kaya magkakagulo talaga sila because it involves language of the law. Agree.
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, Jonah po from...
Oh, why didn't you ask about surrender? Pag ako doon, what is the process in surrender po? Because, well, you explained extradition. Can you please explain this to us also the process in surrender?
Ali Shimbun, is the fact that Senator Bato is a serving lawmaker, is that a factor in your consideration if you can surrender him?
Agree yung sinabi ni Kamote Q dito. Surrendering without going to court is violating the right of the accused. Yeah, the protections of the accused in the Constitution. You cannot hold a person against his or her will without a valid ground. Okay? And if the warrant of arrest that was issued by a foreign jurisdiction is not validated here in the Philippines, that's illegal. You cannot use that to arrest a person. That's basic. That's basic.
I could not comment on that for the meantime. We are just looking at the legal aspect, but possibly.
Di ba? Sabi ko sa inyo, the best question there is, what is the process in surrendering? Okay, the process in surrendering is, we will wait for him in the airport and then bring him to Camp. Saan yung camp na yun? Aguinaldo? We will bring him to Camp Aguinaldo. Then after bringing him to Camp Aguinaldo, we will bring him to the airport. Then bring him to Dubai. Then bring him to The Hague. Di ba?
Worth considering yung...
Sabi ni Follow the Dragon, any court yun, attorney, or dapat Supreme Court lang dumaan? Regional Trial Court. The Court of General Jurisdiction. Why? Because it's the Court of General Jurisdiction.
Puntong yan that the senator is an incumbent senator.
Is there anything in Philippine law that prevents government from, surrendering or giving up jurisdiction over an incumbent legislator or anybody serving currently in government?
Constitution. The Constitution.
Can you clarify?
Is there any
Oo nga, Camp Bagong Diwa pala. Hindi Camp Bagong Diwa. Camp Bagong Diwa ba? Hindi. Camp Bagong Diwa ba yun? Baka nga.
anything that prevents, is there anything written in our laws that prevents the government from surrendering serving legislator up to a foreign entity? Or
Not only legislators, but even ordinary citizens. Diba? No person should be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law.
just that parang
Hello, good morning. Yeah, actually, there is, if you're talking about the possibility of the arrest and the possibility of probably having or raising the issue of immunity, there's no such thing as immunity even if you are a legislator.
It's not about immunity. My gosh. Hey.
Now, of course, there are certain restrictions. If the penalty is more than 6 years in one day, then the same cannot be implemented during the time when Congress
Well, that is local. That is in relation to violation of local laws. That's why you're talking about 6 years. This is violation of the Rome Statute. Knowledge is power talaga. Why will you talk about local laws? Bakit 6 years tayo pupunta? Pinag-uusapan dito, Rome Statute at International Criminal Court, and you're talking about the revised penal code and local laws. Villamor Airbase pala yung kay Digong attorney.
is in session. But certainly, there's no restriction as to the arrest if, for example, they are on recess. Although we have heard the good senator, already make some statements before that he would seek possible asylum or refuge in the Senate. We do not know if that is the position that he still would be taking.
Yes. Tandaan nyo mga kabatas natin ha. The Bill of Rights. No person should be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. Liberty on. So you still need due process. What is the due process? You have to go to court. You have to make sure first that that particular warrant of arrest is valid.
At this time. But certainly that is one matter that can be or that will be taken into account in deciding what action or what.
Yun yung nakakatakot eh. Nagpe-prep sila ng malaking trapdoor, mukhang mauulit na naman. It's like the soft launch. Senator Bato. Alam ko naman si Senator Bato, sometimes I run. Nanonood siya sa akin sometimes. No? Nabalitaan ko rin yun. Soft launch. Soft launch na ikaw ay isu-surrender. Sabi ni Mr. Hieronimo, yun ang checklist na sinubmit sa arrest ni FPRD kung dumaan sa PH court yung arrest warrant mark as don't know. Haha, the Bill of Rights is just downright violated. Exactly. Sabi ni Cornflakes, attorney, may nabasa ako sa FB kahapon, binabash ka ng mga kakampings or makapal. Go ahead. Attorney Empoy. Soft launch.
Course of action the government will take.
Diba? Ano ba namang klaseng yan? Pag ako yung reporter, tatanungin ko na naman yun. I'm talking about laws.
Yes, sir.
So can we consider yung hypothetical warrant of arrest by the ICC? Can we consider it as a request within the context of an extradition, considering that we are no longer signatory? Mr. Candy.
Magandang question din yun. Kasi nga, yung naglabas ng checklist kanina, di ba? Tapos yung nakalagay kay Boeing, extradition ang sinabi. Di ba? Extradition. Sabi ni Boeing, hindi kasi alam ng ICC ang batas dito, kaya extradition ang linagay nila. Pero ang request ng ICC, extradition.
Theoretically, no. Because a warrant of arrest has a different purpose than request for extradition. There is a proper wording template na sinusunod when it comes for a request for extradition. And may proseso din
Here we go again with the palabok. Palabok at palabo.
na sinusundan, which is you have to go to DFA also. So technical, the process of extradition is very technical. Kaya nga, there is
How about
also
surrender?
the other quote-unquote simpler approach of surrender under RA 9851.
Soft launch. They don't even want to explain what surrender is. How do you do surrender? Nakakita ka ng warrant of arrest, surrender na.
Just a few more questions.
Sabi ni DJB, preparing to for the main event. Parang alam niyo yung yung preliminary bago nung laban. Pre-fight press conference, parang ganun. Parang ganito, soft launch. Sabi niyo, basta technical siya guys, kaya tanggapin niyo na lang kung ano gagawin namin. 'Di ba? They won't even explain. How is surrender implemented? Yun kasi dapat ang tanungin naman nitong mga news media man na ito.
Yes, sir. Sorry, pa-clarify.
Sabi niyo no nonsense. Mas madami pa sila practice kaysa sa banda niya. Well, mahaba din naman yung practice natin sa Sabado. 'Di ba? 8 hours. Wala lasing nga muna. Wala muna. Practice muna. If you keep sending Filipinos to a foreign land to be tried, you're playing with fire. Lalo na't may parating na rally.
Yan laki po of philstar.com. Pwedeng pa-clarify lang po. Paano po magiging possible ang extradition in this case? If
Di ba, wrong questions? Paano magiging possible ang extradition in this case?
ICC is not a state party.
Okay. ICC, you're correct. ICC is not a state that will fall under the definition of a requested state under our extradition law. So now ang question dyan is if they come up with a request for extradition, wala din tayong treaty to begin with ICC to process that. So yun hanggang doon na lang ang sasabihin.
Kasi hindi niya na alam yung sasabihin niya. Basic kasi yan, mga kabatas natin. No? Parang steps na 1, 2, 3, 4. Lawyers. Tapos, law students especially, listen to this. Okay? All we need to do is look into the law and its spirit. Number 1 na titignan natin yung Constitution. We cannot commit any mistakes in bad faith. Okay? If we follow the laws exactly. Like for example, mga kabatas natin, yung due process clause ng Constitution. If we follow that, wala nang problema. Kasi ikaw mismo. Ito yung number 2 na gawin nyo. Para malaman nyo kung legal o illegal yung isang bagay, pag ikaw yung sinalpakan sa mukha ng warrant of arrest na hindi mo alam kung saan galing, sasama ka ba? Magagalit ka ba? Ano ang gagawin mo? You will seek protection from the law. How do you seek protection from the law? Of course, titignan mo yung mga applicable na batas. Kapag pumunta yung pulis sa'yo para arestuhin ka, let's say for example mga kabatas natin, no, to make it really absurd. To make it really absurd. Okay? Nagsasalita sila ng French 'Di ba? French ba yung salita nila doon sa International Criminal Court? Okay? Ngayon, binigyan ka ng warrant of arrest na French. Tatawanan mo, 'di ba? Kasi even marriages, divorce, they should be translated. Deutsch ba yun? Deutsch? Ewan ko. O para ano na lang, para pati iba, Arabic na lang. Para iba yung, pati yung ano, alphabet, iba. Yung characters, iba. Anong gagawin mo? Joke yan. It's a prank. Di ba? Oh.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, are you considering following Article 59 this time just to be prudent yung dadalhin sa competent
Good
judicial
question.
authority? And if you do, is that a unique process or are you automatically going for extradition pag dinala niyo na siya sa judge?
Ops. Dinala nyo na siya sa judge. Very good. Narinig yung judge, ha? Oh.
As mentioned by Chief Chano, that was the route that was taken earlier when the arrest of former President Duterte was undertaken. But
No. You lying. Hindi siya dinala sa judge.
precisely because there are pending petitions before the Supreme Court that we want to be more circumspect in any action that we will be taking.
Hindi siya dinala sa judge. Kasi sabi niya doon, before dadalhin sa judge, di ba?
Former President.
Judge? A unique process or are you automatically going for extradition pag dinala niyo na siya sa judge?
Oh, pag dinala nyo na siya sa judge.
As mentioned by Chief Chano, that was the route that was taken earlier when the arrest of former President Duterte was undertaken. But precisely because there are pending petitions before the Supreme Court that we
And there were no pending petitions before the Supreme Court during that time.
want to be more circumspect in any action that we will be taking. We just do not want the government to be restricted.
Ito yung sinasabi ng ano eh. Yung understanding of the law. Ayoko na magsalita pero ito lang yung parang understanding of the law. If you really understand the law kasi, it will be easy for you to explain and understand yung gantong klaseng questions.
The options that it will have by saying that extradition is the only route. Because as
No,
mentioned,
they're not saying that. They're not saying that extradition is the only route. Sabi ko nga sa inyo, di ba? Well, you are entitled to your own interpretation. In-interpret nyo yung surrender or extradition as separate, as exclusive, hindi inclusive. Okay? Pero, syempre, may batas pa rin kahit surrender ang gagawin. Ini-strawman nga.
also extradition will take a longer time than you would if, for example, the option of surrender was taken into account. So
Tignan mo. You are saying that extradition will take a longer time than surrender, pero you don't even know what is the process in surrender. Or at least sana explain to people what is the process in surrender, why surrender will not take as long as extradition.
obviously, at this time, no, we want to be more careful because the circumstances then and the circumstances now are quite different. At that time, there was no petition yet which was raised or filed before the Supreme Court. Now, I mean, courtesy to the Supreme Court, we would probably have to await, or we would prefer to await the resolution of the Supreme Court on the pending petitions before we can come up with a more definitive action.
Sir, sorry, quick follow-up. Do you
Well, technically speaking kasi mga kabatas natin, if you will use a warrant of arrest that is not actually recognized in the Philippines, that is kidnapping. Parang ako, mga kabatas natin, magtatayo ako ng sarili kong bansa. Okay? Ano ba? Magandang pangalan ng bansa. Kidnap Haven. Yan, di ba? Kidnap Haven. Tapos, gagawa ako ng mga korte-korte ko doon. Tapos, itatry ko kahit sinong tao ang gusto kong itry doon. Kahit sa iba-ibang bansa, kahit si Trump, kahit hindi nila alam. Tapos mag-i-issue ako ng warrant of arrest. The Supreme Court of Kidnap Haven. Tapos, warrant of arrest. The authorities are instructed to arrest. Sino ba? Sino magandang i-arrest? Si Kamatis Analysis Unit. Tapos, ipapadala ko dito sa Pilipinas. Dahil tropa ko si Bongbong Marcos, pwede niyang i-execute yung warrant of arrest by virtue of a surrender. Hindi rin naman member ng ng Kidnap Haven, yung Pilipinas. Di ba? So, pwede na. Uy, may warrant of arrest galing sa Kidnap Haven. Tara, i-implement natin. Sino ba nandiyan? Si Kamatis Analysis Unit. Kilala ko yan. Tara, huliin natin. Di ba? It's absurd. It's absurd. It's crazy. Ano mangyayari? Hindi pwede. Pag pinadala doon dapat sa sandali. Ano ba itong Kidnap Haven na ito? Ano ba itong Kidnap Haven na ito? Padalhin natin sa korte. Para yung nagpapa-implement ng warrant of arrest, sila ang magpatunay na valid yung warrant of arrest. Galing sa Kidnap Haven.
I mean to say that if ever mas naunang i-transmit yung warrant of arrest or red notice at wala pang resolution yung Supreme Court, you would wait as in hindi pa i-implement yung red notice kasi wala pang resolution.
Yun ang implication na sinasabi niya.
Well, yan nga yung pinag-aaralan ngayon, no? Kung anong gagawin kung halimbawa nandiyan na. Kasi right now, everybody's talking about a hypothetical situation. We've heard over the weekend about the warrant of arrest being issued, but we have yet to see a copy of the warrant. But then again, notwithstanding that fact, we are already in the process of discussing what course of action to take, whether it would be a prudent course to immediately implement the arrest, notwithstanding the fact that there is no resolution yet from the Supreme Court. But we're saying...
Bakit kasi... Why is it not na ang default dapat is you protect your own citizens because of the fact na there is a doctrine of parens patriae. Alam nyo ang sobrang hindi ko gusto dito sa sinasabi nila, mga kabatas natin? Sobrang side na sila sa ICC. Sobrang biased na sila towards the ICC na they don't think about the rights of the Filipino people anymore. Di ba? Napansin nyo? Napansin nyo? Parang Panginoon na yung ICC. As if sinasamba nila. Hindi lang sumusuporta sa ICC, sumamba pa. Dapat ang default nyo, protect the Filipino people. If I were the president, I will say, if may gusto kayong kunin na, hindi, joke lang. May gusto kayong kunin na tao dito sa amin, ay nako, dadaan muna kayo sa akin. Hindi ko basta-basta pabibigay yung aking mga kapwa Pilipino dito. Ay, joke lang. Nakita nyo? That's what's so sad about this press conference. So much respect. Pagsamba sa ICC. As if ICC is a god. Huwag kayo mag-unsub, joke. Oo nga. Hindi, okay lang, okay lang. Pero maganda nga kay Digong yun eh. Yung sinabi ko, kung si Digong yung... Kasi hindi naman mukhang si Digong yung ginawa ko eh. Hindi si... Pero nakita nyo, di ba? Nagjo-joke lang ako doon. Pero, on a serious note, di ba? They forgot that they have the task to protect their fellow Filipinos.
He's saying is that as far as the department is concerned, we would opt to have that resolution from the Supreme Court so that once and for all, at least it could be decided whether the first course of action undertaken by the government when the arrest of the former president was undertaken in March would be the correct course of action, or if there is any other option. If the court says it's extradition, then we will have to abide by the ruling of the Supreme Court. Okay, sir.
Ayan mga kabatas natin, mag-iisang oras na pala tayo. Ito rin naman pag-uusapan natin sa kabila. Lipat na lang tayo, okay? Pero di ba napansin nyo yun? Sabi ni Kayo, pero legit naman kahit si Digong yan ang gagawin. Sabi ko kasi kung ako yung presidente doon. Yun lang mga kabatas natin. Maraming salamat sa inyo. Lipat po tayo sa kabila. At syempre, tulad lagi yung sinasabi, matulog po tayo na mahimbing dahil alam natin na yung natutulog na mahimbing, siya yung laging panalo. Paalam po. Pansamantala.